Hi guys, this is Matt with Synergy4Trading.com, and in this video we're going to discuss the needs and advantages of our synergy indicator. What our synergy indicator is a compilation of the most effective price action techniques that have been taken down from the off-the-shelf variety that you're going to find on YouTube, and we've added a lot of proprietary filtering to the signals to make them better, more consistent, more reliable, more profitable. Why do you need an indicator to show you price action in real time? Well, if you're just watching one chart, maybe it's doable. Maybe you can look for maybe something really visual like a pin bar and try and find one on the chart. However, you have to realize, let's say we disable this indicator. Where is the pin bar on the chart? Is this one up here, or maybe that one, or maybe this wick up here is a pin bar, or maybe this down here is a pin bar, or maybe this over here is a pin bar. It's very hard, even on these visual setups, to decipher all that information in real time. Our software allows you to do that in real time and be alerted to it if you so choose. That gives you a huge advantage. A lot of price action setups are very finite in their interpretations of discrepancies between candle to candle. If you have to do that by yourself, it's hard. It's very hard to keep up with the flow of data, especially on 5-minute chart. Maybe you got a chance. If you're trading an 89 tick chart, give it up. It's never going to happen. It's moving too quick. Compound that by the fact that maybe you want to trade more than one market or more than one time frame. This is a typical trade workspace for me. I monitor 12 different charts simultaneously on, this is my spot forex charts. So if I'm on my own just trying to interpret all this data, I cannot keep up pace. There's simply too much information to interpret. The software does it for me. It makes my job very simple, very straightforward. Okay, so that's why you really have to utilize software to exploit price action effectively in the markets today. Doing it on your own visually can't really be done effectively. The other thing you have to realize is if you are doing it on your own visually, then you always have this thing in the back of your mind of saying, was that really a setup? There are so many, let's say just a pin bar, okay? That may be a pin bar, that may not be. You may read it as one, but it may not be. With the software, it tells you, yeah, that was a pin bar long. Without any shadow of doubt, you know that there is a signal there that you have to act on. And this was a long signal that was good for about $120 a contract this afternoon in the NASDAQ. Great pin bar trade. And that brings us on to the other thing we need to talk about. Most of the price action videos and courses that are already available, I have signed up for many of them. I have seen what they are offering, and in some cases it is shocking. They tell you what the price action setups are, but they'll use things like an inside bar. Well, guess what? You and everybody else knows what an inside bar is, which means it's very hard to exploit that for profit because the entire market is looking at that same information and reacting to it in the same way. We look to take the opposite side of that situation and look for the market and the mob to fail and exploit them when they do fail. So we don't look for things like an inside bar because we feel that there's too many people already looking to exploit that information in the market, and so our edge gets thinner if we try and exploit that. So we don't do that in our course. The other thing that you see on a lot of these courses are that they will use price action, but they don't pay much attention to where or how they're implementing the use. About 20% of our trading methodology comes down to the actual signals, okay? 80% is where and how you apply the signals, okay? So it is not just okay to say, oh, look, here's a pin bar long, we need to get long. No. A lot of people do that. Or they'll say, oh, here's a pullback, here's a pin bar long, you should get long there. And here's another pin bar long, you should get long there. No. That's how you lose money. But a lot of people offer that up as somehow that is trading price action correctly. That's not trading price action correctly. Price action on its own is as weak as any other kind of analysis. You have to apply it correctly, and that's what we teach you in our trading course. So Basically, the reason you need our software is because you have to be able to decipher a lot of data simultaneously if you want to be effective in the markets. You let the software do the heavy lifting for you, you don't have to worry about it. Secondly, it eliminates the wiggle room for yourself, so you know you're sticking to the rules and you're trading valid signals, not what you think or surmise may be valid, but what is actually a valid signal. Um, secondly, it also is applied through our method in the best places on the chart to utilize price action. So we teach you not only what to apply, but where to apply it, most importantly. And the last thing we need to talk about, and what I mentioned on briefly, was that we do not use off the shelf price action setups, if you will. We didn't just go onto YouTube and say, oh look, here's an inside bar and there's a pin bar, and we're just going to code this up into an indicator and sell it to you. No, our setups are specifically filtered to get rid of crappy trades and to exploit the best probability trades. So everything is filtered. Everything has additional criteria that must be met. That eliminates a lot of false signals, and it gives you better opportunities in the market to exploit when you know where and how to exploit them. So you won't catch us trying to tell you that an inside bar is a great place to get in. It may not be, but what we like to do is wait for people to get in on inside bars a bit too quickly, get stop run, and then we look to exploit them. We do kind of stuff like that, and our indicator tells you where those areas on the charts are. When you apply them correctly, like we teach you, it becomes a very effective tool in the market to extract profit. Fairly straightforward. So that's the need for our synergy indicator, and as you can see, all these signals are coming up in real time and can be cross-applied to many different markets, many different time frames simultaneously. Fully customizable software to your alerts, colors, anything you like to change, be made aware of, not aware of, and it just makes trading a very straightforward exercise. So if you'd like to learn more, check us out at synergy4trading.com.